ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Buffalo Brotherhood. I'm Ryan. This is Fishing Planet. We're in North Carolina. I used all my bait coin there and bought a golden advanced license here, so I never have to run out of a license. I don't know what I want to. I don't know what I want to fish with. We're in primetime fishing as of right now, so we're just going to cast out a little bit. I don't expect this to be too long of an episode. It's kind of late in the day to record my Fishing Planet episodes. It did not come out at 12, but it will come out today. See what we can get here. A couple things I want to talk about today. Some stuff going on the Fishing Planet forums. And sort of address this malaise I've been at lately with the game, and how my attitude is changed slightly right now because of it. First off, let me just tell you that as a school teacher and a busybody, the summer is kind of my worst time. I get myself in a pretty serious funk during the summer. When there's not much to do and my day is unstructured as such. When I was younger and I didn't have kids, or even when my kids were younger, it wasn't as bad because you just sort of do whatever you want to do. You want to go there, you go there. You want to go here, you go there. Now that my kids are little versions of people and have personalities and opinions, sometimes they don't want to go where I want to go and do what I want to do, and I'm sure you all understand what it means. It costs money to go do things. So I always think about this when I was younger and in college the first time, or not the first time, but when I was in college and younger. I've always worked. Oh, there's a mourning dove. I've always worked pretty full time. Even from my first job when I was a kid. My first job as a kid, I helped with the paper out a little bit. But my first real job was I worked at a concession stand at a Little League Diamond, and I worked that thing just about every day. I worked as much as they would let me, and when I wanted to do more, then I started running the book. I've talked about this before, but I've pretty much stayed consistently and had a job, something to do every day since the time I was about 13. And got a job at a video store when I was 15, and I worked, anywhere between 22 to 30 to 40 hours a week while in high school. And then in college, I worked at the same video store, and then did college and worked construction on the side. And we had a mowing business for a while and worked that quite a bit too. Anyway, so basically what I'm getting at, was that a fish? No. What I'm getting at is that I don't do sedentary very well. I need to find something to focus my energy in. And so when I was in college, I was working all this time at a video store, and then I was actually I got another job working at like an at-risk youth place. And I was working about 32 hours a week there, in addition to the video store and my college job. And my supervisor came to me and she was like, we're going to hire a full-time position. Do you want the full-time position? And I was like, I really can't work a full-time position because I've got this other job and I'm in school and I need the flexibility within my schedule not to have a full-time position. She said, okay, well, sadly, if you don't take the full-time position, your hours are going to get cut to like less than 20 hours a week. I thought, you know what? I've worked really hard for a long time, and at the time I just got a new girlfriend. We were spending a lot of time together. The time that I had left, was with her, and I thought, you know what? That wouldn't be too bad. Just work 20 hours here. I could finish on, focus on finishing school, and then just work the video store job. So that's what I did. Cut my hours way back at my main job, I guess, at the time. Kept my hours the same at the video store job, and then just focused on school and hanging out. Well, when you have more free time, all of a sudden it takes a lot more money to fill your time. You're just sitting at home. You want to order a pizza? Well, you got to order a pizza. It costs money. When you get bored at home and want to try out the new Halo game, well, guess what? You got to go buy the Halo game. That costs money. So free time actually is expensive. At least that's my experience. Free time has always been fairly expensive. So I don't do well with free time. I try not to have very much free time. And with the current situation with the kids, we're home. There is no school. There's just not a whole lot to do. Now we've gone, we'll go fishing, but the kids don't like it. We'll go for a bike ride, and sometimes I don't like it. Been camping, just overnights here and there. My wife doesn't like it, but see, even all that stuff, you just go fishing in the river. Well, if the kids are going, then I got to stop by B-Moth because they're going to want to catch a bluegill. That's $3. We're already at the gas station, so everybody wants to get a Gatorade and a snack. Sweet, nice smallmouth. Keep. Everyone wants a Gatorade and a snack, so those $10. So $3 for the bluegill, $10 for the snacks and drinks. All of a sudden, we've got a $13 day going. Gas in the truck, Wendy's on the way home. You just spent $40 and you didn't realize it just to go fishing to fill some free time. It's rough. So first off, let me just say that a big part of my malaise, I think, when it comes to recording lately, is me just dealing with that sort of. I got to get more structure in my day. Like during the school year, I do a lot of these recordings at night before I go to bed. Oh, that's a big fish. And I also do a lot on through the weekend. Like I just take a Saturday morning and I do it. And it's not that big a deal because that's a nice fish. PR? Nope. It's not a big deal because, I'm doing stuff every other day. So take 2 hours out of my day to record some fishing plan. It's nice. It's fun. It's relaxing. It just isn't like with the summers being absolutely no structure. It's hard to find time to do it the right way. So first of all, let me apologize for that. Second, let me just say that, and I'm going to refer to a post here on the Fishing Planet discussion page on Steam. So if you want to check it out, you can do so. I'm not going to put the link in the description or anything like that, but because I didn't write it and so forth. But I was reading it and I was like, that's exactly how I feel. And it was a post by a guy by the name of Bon Padre. And it was translated into English, so there were some typos and things like that. But if you guys know me, I could care less. As long as we can communicate it, we're good. And it's just called Last Wake Up Call, My 2 Cents. And he just spells it right out. Everything that I have felt the last few months, since pretty much the 0.8.0, actually probably 0.7 to be honest, patch, and how the economy has been split and the pay-to-play thing is just hardcore, and don't really feel like we're getting any new features at all. The things that, the keyboard interface is not, it's not. I mean, maybe it needs to be done, but why are we calling it a full-fledged patch? The keyboard UI or whatever. And just sort of, like I said, the overall economy has been destroyed to make it a play-to-win game for the most part. Now, the mechanics of the game, catching fish, I love. I do. But the guy who wrote the post, it's a long post, but he summed up everything I feel about the direction the game is taking in a couple long posts, or in one big place, and lots of people are responding positive to it, towards him, and not towards the other. And he wasn't necessarily putting the developers on blast or anything. He even says, he's saying, they're gamers and people who stream the game and YouTube the game, people who want to play the game, have different goals than the developer who wants to, who's making the game. And that's completely fine and completely understandable. The person who builds the car has a different goal than the person who buys the car. It's just the way it is, But to get so far away from what the person who's buying the car wants, It's rough, but he even goes into he even goes into some discussions in his second paragraph about how many YouTubers have quit making videos for the game, and I was like, you know, that's some of that I'm feeling. I'm feeling some of that. So I am. Obviously, I'm still invested. I just bought a bunch of rods and stuff and reels and stuff. I just haven't really had the energy level because of some of the other things I mentioned before to really tear into it. And so we're gonna take a little bit of a step away. We're definitely not gonna do it 4 times a week. We're gonna do it, when I feel like it. And then make the videos and so forth. And hopefully what's going to happen, and I have a feeling this is going to happen, not that the developers of Fishing Planet are going to change anything based on what I say in this video, but I do feel like there's an update coming. I do believe boats are coming. I do believe depth finders are coming. I do believe an adjustment to the economy is coming. And when it does, and when I'm having fun, then I'll record it more. But I think just forcing myself to play it 4 times a week was just too much. So I haven't done it for a week or so, and I don't know that I'm coming back to doing it 4 times a week. I'm still going to play. We'll keep the number of the series the same. We're not going to change the series. We're just gonna take a step back from it, and it could be just a month. We got a lot. I got a lot of stuff going on here the rest of the month. We got robot competitions to get started. We got Boy Scout camp to go and do for a week or so. We've got the school year to get ready for and all that and everything else. But come in August, when work picks up again and the structure returns, and I'm not fishing, in real life. So I think some of that too is there too. We caught a beautiful channel cat the other day. I mean, it was the biggest fish my son Noah has ever caught. It was awesome, and makes me want to catch more. My brother and I and his son went up to one of the natural lakes here this past week, just a couple days ago. Had a blast. Had some bad weather move in on us though, but that was the day that we had off, so that's the day we did, or he had off. That's the day we could go. But was having a lot of fun. Some of the biggest largemouth I've ever caught. So it was a good time. So, but I mean, like, that was way more fun than sitting here. But so maybe once we're done fishing, once the fishing season starts to turn, then virtual fishing will become the go-to. But like, I'm still sunburned from being outdoors in reality. My neck and my cheeks are still warm for catching fish in the sun. So it's okay though. It's not bad. Largemouth right there. That's bigger than what I caught in real life. 16 inches. I think I got a 15-incher, but the pond we were on, you have to have an 18-inch to even keep. Of course, we don't keep, but that gives you an idea of the kind of bass that they're trying to pull out of there. It's good. It's good stuff to have an 18-inch limit. Another thing I want to talk about, I found on the discussion panel, was a Fishing Planet Uber sheet, which was a Google sheet that people are making, sort of data mining the game on the catching side of things, on what to catch and how to catch and baits that work best and times that work best and so on and so forth. I'm not going to dive into it too much right now, because I just now basically found it. The earlier post I said came out like on the 4th of July, and it's actually, I think, been pinned. But the Uber sheet was pinned. I don't know if this one was pinned or not, but the Uber sheet was pinned right there on the Steam forums. So if you're interested in checking it out, then I recommend you do so. It's really it's a neat piece of data sort of just look, and especially with all the new gear that we've got, it gives some good information on lines and drag depths and drag settings and so forth with each reel, and it's helpful. It's helpful. Knowledge is power. No such thing as a bad idea, and or bad information. Just how we choose to use it can be good or bad. And I wouldn't want somebody to manipulate anything using it, or I don't know. It's kind of hard because the Independence Day tournament just ended. You have to wonder, were the guys that won the Independence Day tournament, were they looking at that sheet? And if so, is that okay? I'm guessing it is. I don't know. Well, you know what? I do have some time here. Let's reel this in. Let's take a look at it. I'm not going to put it on the screen, though, because it's not my work, and I don't want you thinking it is. So I told you where to find it. You can find it in the, it's pinned. It's called Uber Sheet. Fishing Planet Uber Sheet. Right on the Steam discussion page. I'm going to finish reeling this guy in. And we'll just look. I'll look at it a little bit more. I looked at it some, but obviously I don't have it memorized. So we're using a lure. I'm going to click over to, where are we? We're in North Carolina. Let's say we want to catch a largemouth. Okay. Well, how about a smallmouth? It says to go, it's sunny. Best time to fish for that would have been early this morning. But obviously we didn't do that. Preferred lures and baits. So for smallmouth, well, let's just look at largemouth. Largemouth. No, we'll look at smallmouth. Smallmouth. 4.0 bass jigs. 3.0 red white casting spoon. Let's see if we've got any of that in my tackle box. Okay, inventory. Okay, so we don't have the red and white casting spoon here. We don't have the 4.0 bass jig. We do have the eagle spoon. 3.0 eagle spoon. Right here. Smallmouth preferred bait right here. Alright, let's try it out. I don't even have that rod set up. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We got an eagle spoon on it. There we go. We'll see if we catch a smallmouth. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember when we got this. Was this 4th of July last year? Could have been. Last year they gave us all fireworks. It was fun. Not getting any lift and drop action. We'll try this way. Okay. We'll let it sink. There we go. See? I guess it doesn't matter that much. North Carolina. Max weight smallmouth is 8.1. That's a unique. I mean, lots of good information here. I'm not going to slam it. I think it's great. I think it's good. I don't know how truthful it is. I don't know how they got their collection. If this is just one guy's work, it didn't really say in the post how it happened. But whether the fishing modes mattered, the retrieval, if that worked, or if that made a difference, or I mean, lift and drop is my favorite, but that may not. They may not have been using lift and drop. But you can tell by this that the silver spoon we were using before seemed to work just the same as what we're seeing here. But we're gonna do the retrieval here, and then we're gonna call it a day, I believe. Let me know what you think of what I talked about in the comments down below. Whether if you understand that summer malaise, if you see, if you're upset that there's not going to be 4 videos a day or 4 videos a week, and if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see, then let me know. I'll take a look at it and come up with it and see if it's something that I think will fit and work on the channel. See if I'll have fun playing it. Hit that like button if you like the video. It lets people find it. Lets people find the channel. If you want to become a member of the lodge, and hit that subscribe button yourself. And you too can be one of our first 100. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.